Fewer than 60% of 18 to 25-year-olds have received their first jab in England. That compares to 88.5% of all UK adults. AJ Verma is a doctor working with Team Halo, which is a group of scientists using social media to promote vaccines. Hello, Dr. Verma.
Good morning, Paddy.
Do you have these conversations with 18 to 30-year-olds about take-up of the vaccine?
Yeah, we do. We try and encourage, obviously, everyone to take up the vaccine when offered. And I think when you talk to teenagers, especially, 18, 19-year-olds, they feel a bit more invincible. So it's a bit more of an uphill battle to try and persuade them. But the data suggests, and they are more persuadable. The older group who haven't had the vaccine, so the group over 30, over 40 who've not had the vaccine, they're unlikely to have it now. They've been offered it, they've been encouraged, they've been cajoled, and they've decided not to go for it.
Really?
So it's now to focus on this younger group. As the data suggests, we've only hitting about 60% who've had the vaccination. So obviously the government feels that an inducement may help, and I think it's worth a try. Though I do note it's not as much as they're offering in the US. I think in the US, I saw Joe Biden's offering $100 to anyone who's unvaccinated to take up the vaccine.
Well, it's not just that. In Washington state, retailers can offer a free marijuana joint. And in Greece, they're offering a €150 cash card and a free month of phone data. In general, Dr. Verma, are people suggestible in this way? Does anyone of any age respond well to an incentive?
I think it's worth a try. I'm not too convinced whether a delivery voucher will be, the clincher for everybody, but it's worth a try. And if a few more have it, then great. So I'm open to any suggestion. It's just trying to get as many people vaccinated as possible. The reasons are quite clear, obviously, to drive down rates and to allow things to open, and possibly if there are going to be vaccine passports, which it looks increasingly likely, is to allow people to have some freedom. The other thing that's very often not mentioned, and it does worry me, is long COVID. We're not sure of the mechanisms of it, and we're not sure why some people do end up suffering a fair bit after having the infection for many months thereafter. But obviously, if we can get as many people vaccinated, then the risk of having complications from COVID do fall. So it's really important we do drive as many people as possible. And yeah, I think it's worth a try, though. I'll see. The data will tell us the outcome, obviously.
Yes, it's the era of data, and so we will all be watching with interest. Finally, platforms seem to matter to Team Halo. Many of our younger listeners are relying on TikTok, Instagram, and so on for their messaging, aren't they? So do you think that that's something that the government can look a bit fuddy-duddy about, giving a pizza perhaps is not quite so pushy as being really trendy on TikTok?
Yeah, I mean, that's the initiative we're doing with Team Halo. So we're using platforms like TikTok and Instagram and Twitter to post, vaccine safety and encourage people to take it up. Not just younger people, but younger people. The other group that's, unfortunately, the rates haven't been as high as we'd like are the people who are pregnant, who are often younger.
Yep.
For some reason, the take-up hasn't been as high as we'd like. Okay. So TikTok is the way. I mean, I've got a TikTok account. I'm 42. So, but, we wanted to do these posts for the younger group to encourage them as much as possible. In the earlier phases, we thought these posts would help also for them to encourage their parents as well.
Yeah, well, we can see the conversations going on. Thank you so much for joining us on a Sunday, Doctor. Dr. AJ Verma from Team Halo.